Hello people of the internet, welcome back to another video. Today I thought it would be fun to do a little catching up. I have some bananas that are growing brown, so I thought I would make banana bread and you could keep me company. I asked you guys over on Instagram to ask me some questions or ask for some advice, and I'm gonna act like I'm qualified to give said advice. But yeah, I just wanted to talk and catch up. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Without further ado, let's get into it. First of all, I gotta grease this loaf pan. We're done. First question is, how are you really? Which I appreciate. Thanks for asking. This gives me the perfect opportunity to give you guys a little life update. So I've actually been doing pretty well. Summer's coming to an end, which obviously I'm a little bit sad about. I started mid-August, so currently that only gives me about 15 to 20 days left to enjoy my summer. I think right now I'm just really trying to make the most out of the rest of this summer and also trying to prepare for back to school because I don't want to start college and feel completely disoriented. Yeah, I've also got some travel plans. I'm going camping one weekend, so it's not a lot, but it's honestly enough for me. I'm gonna spend that entire weekend with my phone off, not making videos, not doing anything other than enjoying. There's a beach, so I'm gonna enjoy the beach and bring a book, and that's really all I plan to do, so I'm really looking forward to that. Next, someone asked for a book update, so I guess you mean what I'm currently reading. I try to update mine on Instagram, the books that I'm currently reading. I also have a Goodreads, so I'll try to remember to link that below. But yeah, I'm currently reading Emma by Jane Austen. I just started it not too long ago. To be honest, I'm reading it fairly slowly just because it's a bit old and so the vocabulary and just the structure, I guess, of the book or of their sentences is a little bit foreign to me. But nonetheless, I'm enjoying it, and what I'm really looking forward to doing is finishing the book and then watching the film again with the fresh perspective of having read the book in mind. So I'm excited for that. I just finished my year of rest and relaxation. It was such a bizarre, absurd book. I'm still not fully sure if I enjoyed it. I feel like I enjoyed most of it just because I found it so weird and intriguing, but there were definitely some parts that I found annoying and a little bit hypocritical. But then again, having conflicting ideas about the book, in my opinion, makes it even more interesting. So I don't know, I liked it. I thought it was an interesting read, and if you're looking for something to read, then I would recommend it. I have to melt this butter, so I'm not gonna be able to talk because I have to turn on the fan, which is a bit loud. I don't know, is that loud? I feel like it is. So I'll be back. I'm gonna prep my ingredients next so that everything is measured and I can just combine everything afterwards. And I'm also going to insert some advice. So this person asked for advice on how to make friends in school, which I'm gonna try to answer to the best of my ability, but to be honest, there are so many ways that you can make friends, so this is definitely not a straightforward one-size-fits-all answer. I can speak in terms of my personal experience. So I feel I was pretty lucky because going into college, a lot of my friends from high school attend the same college as me, so I at least had a couple of familiar faces that I could turn to if, I'm feeling completely lost. But I also feel one of the things that I've appreciated most about my college experience so far has been making new friends and meeting new people. And I would try to make the most out of every opportunity you have to talk to other people. At the beginning of the semester, a few teachers actually encourage students to talk to their classmates, which I think is really nice. And so I usually use that opportunity to just ask people hey, what's your Instagram, what's your name? And that's kind of an opening to start a conversation, because you can always say oh, do you want to give me your Instagram, so if I have any questions about assignments, we can talk to each other. So that's a really good starter. You can always count on that. You could also compliment someone on what they're wearing or their hair. Seriously, compliments they'll start a conversation, and I feel like especially at the beginning of the semester, everyone's kind of looking to get to know people, especially coming out of a pandemic. So for me, it really wasn't that hard because everybody was like ready to be social again. Of course, it's definitely a little like anxiety inducing. You could also, of course, join clubs or any like activities at a college. I know personally my college has actually been very good at like creating opportunities for students to get to know one another. There's like at the beginning of the semester this little event that you can sign up for that's literally just intended for you to make friends. But yeah, definitely asking for the Instagram or the Snapchat or whatever social media in order to communicate about school is a great opening, and then you can always communicate about more than that. I also heard this from, I think it was your mom Ashley's like video or podcast. It was a while ago, but she said that a good conversation starter, especially in college, is just to complain, which I think is so true. I've had like multiple conversations with new people start by saying something like, ugh, I'm so tired, or like even sometimes like complaining about the teacher, if it's a bit of a grumpy teacher, let's say. Literally just saying like, ugh, I'm really tired. The other person will like obviously agree because we're all students, like we're all tired all the time. So that can be a good way. But yeah, again, any conversation starter can work. I'm gonna mash the bananas now. So the next question is basically asking for advice on how to be less shy. I feel like this is an interesting question because I don't consider myself a very shy person, and neither do my friends, because obviously with my friends I'm like close to them, I'm comfortable, so I'll talk to them about whatever and be a lot more outgoing with them. But then I've had people come up to me and be like, you're really shy when, you know, I first get to know you, and then you're not at all like later on. And I think it's like that for a lot of people. So I would say like don't feel insecure or self-conscious if you are not necessarily the most outgoing person. I think it's all about learning to be comfortable with it. Like you gotta accept that you're not just super outgoing, and if you want to be more outgoing, then taking it one step at a time, like giving yourself these little objectives to raise your hand in class. That's like a big challenge for me. I don't do it often, but then as the semester progresses, I think I get more comfortable with it and I do it more. This person asked, productivity tips, please. I'll try to answer this again to the best of my ability, but I think I've said this before. Productivity, it doesn't always have to circle back to motivation. Yes, being motivated is super helpful, but a lot of the time motivation will not get you through it. It's really discipline that comes in handy. So having a routine is super important in my opinion in order to be productive. If not, you're just going about your day feeling more lost, and it's gonna drain your energy to have to make all of these decisions, whereas if you have a set established routine, then you know exactly what you're gonna do next. And in that routine, you can include productive habits that will get you motivated and that will get you ready to tackle things. But again, my number one productivity tip is to remember to take care and slow down at times, because you shouldn't be productive like all of the time. It's just not healthy, and rest is productive. So keep that in mind. Advice on vlogging. I love this question because, to be honest, vlogging was like so difficult for me at first, and now it's all I want to do. I think the more you do it and the more you practice, the easier it will become. And if you're feeling uncomfortable at first and you're like insecure, remember you don't have to post right away. Like you can just keep making videos and keeping them private until you feel comfortable and ready to post. Also, you don't have to talk to the camera all the time in your vlogs. I think that's what I like expected of vlogs before, but YouTube has changed and evolved so much that you can really do anything. I'm like mashing these bananas to the best of my ability. Next question is advice on starting to romanticize your days and feeling like a main character. Love this question because I love romanticizing my life. I mean, who doesn't? I feel like the tricky part in this is like romanticizing your life is all about feeling like you're the main character and feeling like you are the protagonist in your story, which you are, but you're also living in a world with billions of other people, so it can feel like you know, it's easy to feel a little small and a little unimportant. especially when your routine and your day-to-day life is so similar and always the same. So I think part of romanticizing your day is, and your life in general, is just to switch up that routine every once in a while and doing things that you enjoy. One simple way that I like to do this is by listening to music that makes me feel like I'm in a movie. Doing fun things either by yourself or with friends is super important, I think. I think romanticizing is also a lot about the little things in life and making those just so much more fun and exciting. Like, for example, studying is a pretty boring activity, but if you were in a movie and, you know, there was a studying montage, you'd be like, you know, cracking open those eye highlighters and like putting your hair in a messy bun and like getting your work done, listening to, I don't know, rock music or something. Like, I've got a lot of people asking me where I got my overalls from. I don't want to gatekeep, so I'll tell you. They're from Levi's, but I bought them at Aritzia, and they're the best purchase I've made. They are so comfortable, they've got just the right amount of pockets, and they fit great, so I highly recommend. It's worth investing in because you can literally wear anything with it and it'll make your outfit so much more interesting. So do it. Buy the damn overalls. Okay, I'm gonna mix this and I'll get back to you. This is an arm workout, by the way. And then I'm gonna put this in the oven. That is the last question for today because I actually have to get ready. I am going to the cinema with my friend. I'm gonna go see Where the Crawdads Sing, which I'm so excited about. I love the book, so I have high hopes for the movie. Or at least I hope, like, I trust that it will be accurate and similar to the book. Anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed. I had a really good time catching up with you guys and baking. I have to do the dishes now, which I'm not looking forward to, but I hope you have a lovely rest of your day or night, wherever you are, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!